Hello there and welcome back to Cuphead. Last time I said next episode would be me perfecting all these stages in World 2, all the ones except for the woodpecker one since I already accomplished that. And I decided against that just because I realized while I do have things I can say during those fights, they're probably best saved for whatever new fights are ahead, just so I don't exhaust the things I can think of to say. Not to mention it results in the playthrough ending faster, and while I'm not in a hurry to stop playing Cuphead, I would like to get through it more smoothly just so I can focus on other stuff. So here we go, full A+ scoreboard. Except for Funfair Fever, but I'm wondering if that might not be similar to the Treetop Trouble circumstance from earlier, where no matter how well you do, because that is a pretty good time score, you end up not getting a good time score, because that's the only thing that kept me from getting an A+. I believe I read a comment that said that the good time score is actually consistent for each stage type, that it's under 1:30 for the bosses and 2 for the run and guns, I think? Or maybe it's the other way around. I think it's the other way around, actually, yeah. In which case, that would suggest that Funfair Fever is also glitched. Oh, a few other things I was informed on. When you do get an A+, the flagpole does look different. It's gold as opposed to whatever normal color it is. Let's actually head over to Funfair Fever just to see what that is, yeah. See, red flagpole with a white flag, as opposed to a gold flagpole with a white flag. A small difference, but a difference nonetheless. And the other thing I was informed of, that I already knew of, that I found out while searching about the Treetop's Trouble glitch, is that for the run and gun stages, there's actually a special P pacifist ranking that you can get for, well, doing what you'd expect you need to for a pacifist run.
I'm Mr. King Dice, I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice, I'm the devil's right-hand man.
Oh, another thing that I was informed of. The singer of the song is a woman, which is not only a apparent thing from cartoons of this era. I'll be honest, I'm not super informed about them as much as I like these stylings. But, now that I know that, I can totally hear it. But goddamn, is that not an impressive singing talent, yikes. So that's the devil. I like how he has a somewhat more understated design. Like, it's a very sort of retro devil look. But, like, he's not bright red and obvious, he's that more subtle black. Which I like. But yeah, as far as the pacifist rankings go, I'm still gonna try and get the regular old A+, and then probably fail and just get like a B. And then I'll probably do one video where I go back and do all of the run and guns and get the pacifist rank, since it is a significantly different way of doing those stages. Okay, so let's take on Ruma Honeybottoms in Honeycomb Heralds. Actually, let me just make sure my equipment setup is good. So, Charge Shot and Pea Shooter, let's actually swap their positions. Oh, I have different items unlocked here because, you know how I mentioned that I make backup saves to prevent any losses, or that I can recover from any losses that occur? Don't ask me how, but somehow I bungled managing my saves so badly that I erased my file, and I kinda had to go back and play through World 1 again. In which case I decided to make different item purchases. So I have Roundabout instead of the Lobber, since I never did find the Lobber all that useful. I should try out Roundabout, but I'll hold off on that for now. If I feel like I'm fighting a boss in which that would come in handy, I'll exit and swap out for that. And though I do want to try out Invincibility, I feel like that would be best during the run and gun stages. Like, Energy Beam just does so much damage, I don't think I would be doing well to do without it during one of these boss fights. So yeah, let's see what Ruma Honeybottoms is about. I'm gonna guess that they're a bear, but other than that, bear detective perhaps.
Good day.
Oh, no, okay, it's a B. That makes more sense. Okay, we have an auto-scroll boss fight. That is certainly something I haven't seen before. Lots of projectiles to deal with as well, that I am not doing a good job at avoiding. Yikes. Although apparently I nearly made it to the end of stage 1, so I'm not doing so bad. Still could be doing better. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take down her minions each stage before dealing with her, most likely. So I gotta be efficient with my charge shot uses so I can get through this as quickly as possible. I hope I get more parry opportunities later because I really don't feel like trying to parry these spikes. Just doing that while also moving through the screen is not something I'm really looking forward to, so hopefully I get some parry opportunities here. Wait, is that a thing that hurts me? What was that triangle about? I guess it was a harmful projectile. It was hard to tell right then in the moment. Okay, that's not how bee biology works, but sure game. Okay, now I got bullet bees to deal with. That's always fun. Okay. I am just barely avoiding them, and I am not entirely sure how I am managing that. Okay, let's just send this to the max stage. Oh, and thankfully I dropped off right at the right spot. Okay, now she's an airplane. Sure. If this suddenly progressed to a running gun, that would be interesting, but no. That's a really rude attack, because there's no way you'd be able to deal with that in advance. That's something that you have to know is coming to be able to effectively avoid it. Same with that. Ooh, I got so close, but wow. That is one rough boss fight. I hope she doesn't send out more than 2 fists, because if she does, oh, it's gonna be even rougher than I already think it is. I really can't be afford to taking damage this early on. Yeah, let's just retry that. Ideally, I want my full health bar for that 3rd phase. Because dodging all those attacks is going to be something tricky. I guess if I'm not explicitly going for parries, I can try and shoot those bee-bombs before they explode. I'm assuming I can do that. And thus have a slightly easier time of dealing with them. I'm not going for the perfects just yet, although when I get the chance, Ah, really? I will be going for the parry opportunities as I did there. God, this still unnerves the shit out of me. Okay, I'm glad I can hit the upper part of her body as well. It's not just the head. Though the chain does not count. So that gives me a bit of a wider target, which is good. Dodging my way through those bullets, though. I only did it so well the first time due to sheer dumb luck, I'll be honest. Actively getting good at it is going to be tricky. And here I'm getting to see new attacks, which is probably good. I think I might actually save... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to be able to hit it easily with the super, so let's do it here just to get the damage. Alright, so there's going to be a tell for which arm she sends out for that saw blade attack. She's not doing it just yet. So it is a bit... Oh. Deterministic what she tries. Once again, I came very close. But I made the same mistake as I did that last attempt, where focusing on dodging and on everything else I have to deal with, I failed to keep good footing. Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge through those. Fuck the parry attempts. If I happen to get a good opportunity to do one, that's all well and good, but I'm not expecting to land any of those. I wonder if you could get multiple parries from one of those bombs exploding. Because from the way that the shots radiate, I feel like you wouldn't have enough time, but maybe if you were really good. Alright, we're gonna come down next. Opposite side of the screen, of course. Okay, come on, super, send it to the next phase, and please let the projectile disappear. Oh, god damn it. Well, I just realized I can probably parry those triangles it's sending out since they are pink. So that is another parry opportunity. Oh, I thought she couldn't hurt me at all when she was the aeroplane, but that's only when she starts animatedly moving. Okay, so that's the tell for the saw blade attack. She moves to one side of the screen. Okay. Oh! Yeah, wow, I really was close with those previous attempts, wasn't I? I'm gonna guess C+, just because of how much damage I took, and the fact that I did not get a full super meter. And I didn't parry much either. Oh no, B-. Okay, I did 1 grade letter. I'm happy with that. I wonder what the worst grade you can get is. Oh, and I just realized I no longer have a death count of 0. Because I had a death count of 0 since I had a V-Star, and since I was going for perfect rankings anyway, I just retried as soon as I got hurt. Getting back up to here. Oh well, that's fine. Let's see. Who are you, my piratey friend? Ah, you're gonna need some tips if you want to keel haul these deadbeats. Start by mixing up your weaponry. Yep, mix and match, although sticking with the charge shot and the pea shooter combo seems like a pretty good idea. That kinda covers all my bases. High damage output and dealing with a whole bunch of shit at once. Alright, time to deal with Captain Briny Beard in shooting and looting. I love both of those things, so sounds like I'll love this stage. Briny Beard, some sort of aquatic creature, octopus perhaps? Nope, I am really bad with these guesses. It is one Bluto-ass pirate. Alright, well there's my parry opportunities. Seems easy enough. That immediately makes me like this fight more. I like fights where I don't have to go through a lot of trouble to actually get off parries. Alright, who are you summoning? Do you get a Kraken buddy? Shock buddy? Okay, that's rude. See, I'm not a fan of things like that because it doesn't really have enough of a tell for you to be able to react to your first time seeing it. Much like the Queen Bee fight from before. You just kind of have to know it's coming and know what to do in advance to realistically be able to avoid it. And even then, it's still pretty tricky. Alright, so far though, this fight isn't too crazy. I'm sure it's gonna evolve quickly. Yep, now I'm fighting a ship, sure. Ooh, that is one tricky pattern. Wow, I made it all the way to the final phase. Good attempt.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Yeah, those sort of squiggly, almost sine wave-like movement patterns. Those are always some of the roughest to avoid. See, the Medusa heads from the classic Castlevania games. So yeah, you have a cooldown after slamming, and you show that by your eyes going all angry-like, so I should be safe over here. Good, yep. And let's get that super off, and then once I fill up another card, I want to try and go for that EX shot. Okay, you do have an octopus friend. And that's what hit me before. The ship ends up attacking me as well. And it does have a tell, but it is somewhat subtle, at least when you're not used to it. I'm gonna try and do another super next chance I get. Wow, that was pure luck that I avoided that. Okay, I'm doing pretty well. I have 2 hits going into the final phase. Gotta hit his gallbladder. If I can get off the super, that should help tons. Oh, I forgot about... Well, that's rude. But you have your Kamehameha, and I have my Kamehameha. And mine, as it turns out, is stronger. I am the Goku here. Okay, wow, that was way better than I thought it would be. So close to perfecting it. Well, that'll be for later, on my own time, as I said. Yeah, I was expecting World 3 to be a step up in difficulty from the previous 2, especially since World 2 was such a leap over World 1, but so far at least it seems easier to me. I am probably going to eat those words right here. Ooh, I see a mausoleum over there though. Can I get there right away? Because I would like to get that 3rd super. Ah, no, it looks like I'm gonna have to beat some stages. Okay, that's fine. So, since this is a run and gun here... let's try and equip that other super and see just how useful it is. Alright, and actually, I'm gonna stick with the charge shot just because of how good it is, but I may want to swap it out for the spread shot. Spread shot is really good in the run and guns, even if its damage output is kind of trash.
You're up.
Alright, so we got a dock stage. That fits with the theming so far. I should have gone for the parry there, I realize. Yeah, this is why charge shot is so good. Even in these stages, you just end up doing so much damage with it. Alright, perhaps I shouldn't be speeding through so cavalierly, because that's gonna result in me just taking even more damage. And yeah, it's not just you, there are some pretty bad performance drops here. Bad enough that they're actually interrupting with my play a little bit. Hold on, let me exit out to the map. Well, I'm not sure if I made any improvements. I tried turning on my laptop's extra powered fan, it might be a heat issue. Hopefully that doesn't get worse though. The game has been pretty good so far about performing well.
Now go.
Which is the whole reason why I decided to do this in the first place. So if it suddenly turned out that that's not the case, in the final act here, third act at least, there's the finale afterwards, I would be really upset. Can I kill these guys? Yes. I probably did so before, but just forgot. Yeah, I do want to be careful with them. I need their help to get to the coin, either that or one of the pink fish. But I gotta be careful not to run into them. They're helpful, but they're not strictly my allies. Okay then. Yep. That sure is a thing. Can I kill you because you are a right jerkface? Aw, oh, damn it, I really should not have gotten hit by that of all things. Okay, I probably can kill him. Well, I can't go through there, how jerky. Who closed the windows? I probably can kill him, but it's probably best just to run past him. Killing him would just likely take too long. Oh, what? Okay. For a second there, I thought I was gonna have to continually bounce off the octopus's head while dealing with enemies. Thankfully, it looks like he acts as a platform. Not an entirely willing one, perhaps. I think he might have been trying to attack me as well. But okay, that situation is definitely more dealable with than I first thought. Especially now that I know what to expect. That actually seems to be a theme of this area, especially when compared to the previous worlds. It's more about surprises and gotchas. But once you know that they exist, they're not really all that difficult to deal with. We'll see if that continues to be the case as I progress. Sorry for shooting you, Mr. Crab. I had to check if you could be damaged, and I don't think you could be. Alright, somehow dodged through all of those. You are an asshole, Mr. Krabs. Well, that's something I was already well aware of, being a huge SpongeBob aficionado. Okay, so I'm gonna get out the pea shooter for this. That just seems like a good idea. Or maybe not. It's hard to say. Depends on what I'm dealing with. What? What? Okay. So I have to pop him on occasion in order to keep him from sinking, fair enough. That's also useful for evading some of these bullets, just due to the path I end up taking, like right there. That was a lot easier than if I just use a regular jump to avoid it. At least to me. Okay, that's gonna be a rough one to perfect, but just getting through it's not so bad. I'll take a B+. Oh, apparently I missed a gold coin. It must have been during the octopus segment. There was so much going on there that I could easily see myself having missed one. Alright, well, that's for later. I doubt there's any purchases I'm so interested in making that I'll be one short of. Yeah, it is indeed a multicolor mess, a technicolor mess, if you will. Ah, so this is the NPC who gives you that hint. Because I am aware that getting pacifist on all stages in which you can do so unlocks a black and white mode. That's actually a really good hint. It's hard to say if I would have figured out what he meant if I had gone in not knowing it already, but I think there's a decent chance I would have. And that's impressive since they mostly hid it within errant dialogue. They didn't just directly tell it to you. Well, let me see if I want to make any purchases at Pork Rinds. Yeah, so the only two shots left I'm pretty sure are Lobber and Chaser. There's only 2 slots left on my gun card, I'm pretty sure. So the only real things I should be purchasing, I guess, are charms at this point. And even if I'm not interested in using them, it's worth purchasing them just to see what else I can unlock. Your first parry move doubles as a damaging axe attack. Okay, that sounds like it could be incredibly useful. Twin Heart. 2 additional hit points, but weakens your attack power. If it's not any more of a reduction than the regular one, that might actually be worth the trade-off. Can't purchase it just yet, though. Okay, bye, Pork Rind. Good deals. Let me actually just confirm that there are only other 2 gun positions on my gun card. Yeah, okay, so buying them isn't going to unlock anything more. Presumably. So let's see. I do want to try out the whetstone. Oh, and there's only 2 more slots here, so yeah, I'm not going to unlock any more charms. I probably will buy those eventually then, since there's nothing else I can purchase, but I'm not going to, like, go super hard for them. Let's see. I'll equip this if I'm doing a boss fight next, because that, well... So parry doubles as a damaging axe attack. It depends on how that works out. If it bounces me off the boss like it does parryable objects, while dealing a decent amount of damage, I could see that being worthwhile over the smoke bomb. Let me actually, well no, it's not going to be worth testing out at the mausoleum, although I am going to do that now, since the only things here, at least thus far, have been parryable objects anyway, and I need to test out how my parry works with the whetstone against things that are normally non-parryable. That if you tried to parry would just end up damaging you. So yeah, let's go through this again just to get my last super, even though I've yet to try out the invincibility. I am aware of that. I'll try and use it on the next stage. It definitely would have come in handy in that previous run and gun, that's for sure. Okay, you're a big boy. But if that's all that's new, I don't see myself having too much trouble here. When all I have to focus on is parrying, it's really not that bad. Oh, I almost got the 5er. So close. If only the circling ghost was a bit more quick. Doesn't matter how quick you jerks come, I am the ultimate defender. I will say these are pretty good parry practices. I do kind of wish they threw out other stuff though to deal with, just to test your ability to parry when you have to focus on other stuff, without also having to deal with a boss you have to kill, but it is what it is. Last magical super art. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Let's see what it is. So I have one that's offensive, one that's defensive, maybe one that's more of a support role that boosts some sort of capability that I already have. Let's find out. Giant Ghost. Maneuver your spirit and body simultaneously for maximum damage. That doesn't really tell me much at all. I guess I'm just gonna have to test that out to find out. You either can, or you cannot. There is no try. There is only do. Yeah, that's literally the best I could do for a Yoda impression. I am sorry. I am gonna have to go back and talk to some of these NPCs. They've said cryptic enough things that I feel like maybe they'll offer me something after I accomplish some sort of task. Because there was the barbershop trio who were looking for their missing court. And there was an NPC in World 1 who also mentioned some sort of troubles. Well, that's something I'll test out later. For now, it's time for me to face Wonder Woman in Marine Corps. I'll try to figure out what this pun is in advance. Because, like, obviously Marine Corps. Marine. I have no idea. Well, I guess I'll find out. Let me try putting on that new super. I want to test it out.
This match will get red hot.
Okay, he's a weasel. I still don't... Maybe it's like Murine, the scientific name for like that family of creature? I forget. I really should know since I took the class on that sort of thing, but it's been a while since I've had to use that knowledge, so... Alright, so far it doesn't seem too dangerous, although what are you doing, buddy? Alright, next phase. Oh, there's an upper level up here. I did not realize that. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, so it summons a stand, and I guess the stand starts damaging the enemy? I feel like testing it out on a new boss that I'm still learning is probably not the best idea. Although at least now I have a rough idea of what it does. I'll have to figure that out in more detail later. For now, let's go back to the good old energy beam. That has saved my bacon so many times.
This match will get red hot.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like too difficult of a fight. Oh right, those cause projectiles. I had forgotten about that. Let's retry. That was a rather poor start to things.
It's on.
Come on, do the attack. I just noticed there's an eye looking through that peephole in the background. That has me more than a little bit worried. Yeah, there they are again. Alright. Okay, well that's what that spring pad was there for. Although I probably could have just, whoops, I mistimed that. Probably could have just smoke bombed through him. Yeah, smoke bomb is such a useful technique. Alright, so that's what killed me last time, is these rotating gears. I hadn't realized that they were moving. Alright, I've nearly made it to the final phase, which, just a wild guess, is gonna involve whoever's looking into this little box here. Just a wild guess. I am glad that I just realized that bottle caps, that is such a nice detail. I just realized that the bottle cap saw blades actually spin a bit before they, come out, which gives you a tell as to which ones you have to avoid. Okay, hello, Mr. Ghost Cat. Sure. I knew I was gonna have to avoid something, I just wasn't sure what it was gonna be. Let's see if I can finish him off with the super, maybe? No such luck. I wonder if I can get eaten there if I stand close enough to the mouth when he does that. I'd be surprised if I could, but that would be a cool little detail. Alright, this should take me most of the way there, and I do have a hit I can take. I'm not gonna get a good score, but I've resigned myself to that at this point. And there we go. Oh, how tricky. It was just a robot operated by him. I certainly wasn't expecting that. A cat mecha, but sure. Oh, I came so close to the perfect. So close, and yet so far. Alright, I'll check out the rest of World 3 next time.